Production presents Out and About on the Recumbents, August 13th, 2024, a preview ride of different area trails. Let's go! Ride low. Ride Recumbent Trike. Hey, good morning. It is 8:44 a.m. and we are on the Mesa Greenway. Well, Mesa Springs Greenway, sorry about that. Right along I-25, that's what that wall is. We're just kind of out to... Joe didn't get going for some reason. She might have been getting a drink or something. But yeah, it's a cloudier day than we'd hoped for. It's supposed to have a clear sunny morning today, and then by 3 o'clock you're supposed to be back to thunderstorms, because I don't know wherever you are if you have these, but between the middle of July and the middle to the third week of August, we have what they call the monsoon season. And what that means is basically almost every afternoon it rains. Not always, but I would say 85% that somewhere in Colorado Springs it's raining. And today has a really high coverage rate. It's like 80%, but it's supposed to be later. But like I said, it was supposed to be nice and sunny this morning. Well, it's not very sunny. So yeah, we're just out on kind of an errand run. One time Joe's little strips for her diabetes machine, well, they were out of them at our close Walgreens, so we had to pick them up at a much further away Walgreens, and sadly they left them there. They won't bring them back down to ours for some reason, our close Walgreens. I gotta catch this light here. Okay. Oh, I didn't get close enough. Okay. Now I'm going to keep this pointed backwards for a little bit because we're at Uena. And, what is this? Uena and Walnut Street. And this is a very busy intersection. So, that means we have to wait for a long time. And right over there is I-25. And basically, this is kind of the easiest way for a car to get over to the west side of Colorado Springs, which is where we'll be heading. We're kind of going the backwards way that we normally would go to get up to Walgreens at basically Centennial and Garden of the Gods. But we don't know if they said there might be a delay in her strips, so we thought we'd take the long way around this morning, give them a little time to see if maybe we get lucky and they get them in and we could pick them up on towards the end of our ride, because the pharmacy doesn't open till 9 a.m. but it's 20 minutes till 9 now, so, and we got a ways to go. Okay, let's hope we don't get run over here. Yeah, you do have to be careful. Bump. Oh yeah, real bump. Some of the trail transitions are not not real smooth here. But like I was talking about the other day, I switched the type of tire on the front end from the thinner 1.50 Green Guard Marathons, or the original Marathon, not the Plus, because the Green Guards can go up to 100 psi, and although there's no reason to have it that high unless you're racing, you know, or something like that. So I ran mine at about 70 to give them a little bit of cush, and they still didn't excuse me, they still didn't have much cush, to be totally honest with you. So I switched over to the Recumbents Big Apple tire. Funny name. And like I said, it's a balloon style tire, as they call it. So it's a little taller, a little wider. And this one has a 2.0 width. Now the only bummer is that it doesn't have as good a flat protection. My Marathons had a 5 level, and these only have a 4. So you have to be a little more careful around glass and that kind of thing. Okay, I'm going to slow down, Joe. Trying not to, you know, filth up the trike too badly. Although it needs a bath really bad. Ever since we got caught out in the heavy mist and fog last Friday. The soggy fog, as we called it. But yeah, this is one of the easier ways for us to get to over towards the west side of Colorado Springs. There's a bridge there that goes completely over I-25. They call it the pedestrian bridge, but it's also used by a lot of bicycles and trikes. And that'd take you over to Monument Valley Park, and you could pick up the Pikes Peak Greenway, but I wouldn't do that because it's the dirt part of the trail, and right now anything that is dirt trail is a muck mess. It's just mucky and muddy and icky. Yeah, you definitely want to do your best to stay on the concrete today. There's a little bit of actual trail signage. Tells you Old Colorado City's 2.4 miles. Yeah, like I said, this was put in when they widened I-25 several years ago. And although, you know, you can still hear the cars, but not as bad, and it does look a lot better for these folks that live over here. They're real cute little houses over here. This is an older area. Okay, what? Got a big bump, Joe. Yeah, some of these edges, you know, where the tree root forces up the concrete, that makes for a heavy, excuse me, a heavy smack. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me. Anytime it's kind of cloudy and you know, the humidity's up, which, you know, we don't get a lot of humidity here, but yeah, anytime that's up, oh boy, I get junk in my throat, so I'll have to clear out my throat every once in a while. Sorry about that. All right, well, we come to the end of the Mesa Springs Greenway. Now we have to jump on kind of the very backside of Platte Avenue. So funny because most of Platte Avenue is like, you know, a super busy street, you know, and yet this part's so, you know, there's hardly any traffic on it. And yeah, one of the, you know, if you ever come here to ride, I will tell you that one of the bad things about our trail system, we have several trails, but none of them are what you call really connected well. The city's trying, bless their hearts. Once they get the Rock Island Connector Trail together, I mean, it's almost there. They're almost finished. But that'll be a really good hookup, because that'll hook you up from the Pikes Peak Greenway to either Rock Island heading east to Powers, or Shook's Run, that will take you back downtown, and right now kind of ends just past Fountain Boulevard. And that's part of what they call the Legacy Loop Trail. And one of these days, if they can ever get to Burlington Northern to give them a right-of-way, they'll be able to finish that, and then it will be a true loop. Right now it's not quite a loop because the bottom half is not there yet. But the idea of the Legacy Loop Trail was a loop around the city, the whole city, that would make it so you could easily get to parks. Of course, now that was thought up by the city's founder, General William Jackson Palmer, you know, back in the late 1800s. So the city was a lot smaller than it is now. So it really doesn't do, you know, a loop of the city anymore. It kind of does a loop of downtown, you know, north and south downtown. That's pretty much what it covers. But like I said, part of the problem is, you know, to get from one trail to another, you kind of have to know all the back streets, and especially these that have bike lanes, because not every street, of course, has bike lanes, but there's a lot that do here. Of course, bike lanes not as good as a trail, but hey, I'll take anything rather than to have to play with traffic. So where we're heading now is we're heading over to the Midland Trail. This is kind of the back way into it. And I don't know where this truck wants to go. Yeah, because the bike lane turns into a turn lane. Now we're at Colorado Avenue and Walnut Street. And that wall back there is I-25. As you can see, it kind of has a bridge right there over Colorado Avenue. Colorado Avenue will take you to Old Colorado City. Which, believe it or not, at one time was actually the capital of the state of Colorado. It wasn't Denver, it was Old Colorado City. Of course, that didn't last long because Denver got big really fast. And Colorado Springs took a while. Or otherwise, Colorado Springs might have actually been the capital of the state. Actually should be in a way, just because they say by 2050 we're actually going to have more people here in this area than Metro Denver. and the outlying areas up there. They have strange names for towns, you know, Centennial, Lone Pine, or Lone Tree or something. Lone Tree, I think it is. Some really strange names for the newer cities up towards Denver. You know, I got the old classics, you know, Littleton, Englewood, Thornton, Westminster. Okay, now we're on the extremely tiny Kacharis Trail. It doesn't last very long. Basically, it runs right into the Midland, and then we head west on the Midland towards Manitou. So this next section has a lot of streets crossings, so I'm going to go ahead and stop here and turn off the video for now. But hey, thanks for coming along. As always, appreciate it. If you're new, welcome aboard. All right, we'll get back at you. Bye for now. Battery. Okay, well, we're back. We're on Nagel Street, which is the way we hook hook up between 21st Street and 25th Street to get back on the trail. Just kind of wanted to show you guys the transformers here in case you've never seen these. They're pretty damn cool. Check that out. The detail is unreal. I mean, really, it's unreal. There's Bumblebee. And I think this is supposed to be Megatron. He's huge. I mean, he is huge. Alright. So if you got grandkids or kids at home, you can show them this video. Or if you just happen to be from that generation. I think that was the kind of the generation after Joe and I's. Because I think that's like our son's generation, because Steven had Transformers. But yeah, right now there's a gap in the Midland Trail between 21st Street and 25th Street, and they want you to go up to Kacharis Street and turn there and go down there, but it's a real thin street, and it has quite a bit of traffic, where if you come down to Highway 24 and cross it, and they have, you know, they have a brand new elevated crossing set up there, then you can pick up Nagel Street, N-E-G-A-L, I think that's how it's spelled, and which is what we're on now, and this will take you right over to pick up the Midland Trail again at 25th Street. It's just a real light industrial area, and hardly any traffic. I mean, you know, every once in a great while you might see a little traffic, but not very often, because they do have a truck topper place over here, and they have a an RV repair and a music center over there. It's kind of like a you know, a place to come play your guitar and stuff, you know. It's not really a nightclub kind of thing, or you know, that kind of thing, but it's just, they give, I guess they do lessons and stuff like that too. So, but yeah, like I said, you just come right down Nagel Street here, and you pick up the trail, the Midland Trail, on 25th Street here. You have to be a little careful, because sometimes when the traffic does come down from Kacharis, they kind of fly around this corner. Okay, so now we are back on the Midland Trail, as you can see by the sign. And now we got to go under the 26th Street bridge, or under 26th Street in the underpass, and it could be really yucky. But sometimes, you know, if the creek goes up too much, they get runoff there. So we kind of have to kind of go slow and check it out and see what's down here. Yeah, it's mucky. Oh man, yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. Oh boy, it's really mucky. Well, we definitely won't come back this way. Yeah, it's mucky. Oh man, yuck. Now we got mud all over our tires. And probably the whole rear end of the trike. Oh well, just have to wash it down the best we can. And of course, when you need a puddle, you can't find one. Got a little bridge here going over the creek, which is flowing quite well today. Here's a little bit of a puddle, but it's got mud. Not much though, so that helps. Now I'm going to keep it to this side because there's a park here on the other side, Vermhole Park, but it's another one of those parks that's kind of been taken over by the homeless population, so it can be pretty ugly. Morning. More mud. I think again this is Fountain Creek. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think it is. So now what we're going to do is we're going to head over to 31st Street and pick up the bike lane on 31st Street and take that to pick up the Foothills Trail that goes that basically goes past the entrance to the Garden of the Gods City Park. Yeah, the only bad thing, I mean the really bad thing about getting mud on the tires is that, boy, it's hard to get those tires back to looking black, you know, without putting tire black on it, which is not a good idea really. Plus too, Joe's rear fender is quite high because it hooks to the rack on these older Trice and Ices, and so it kind of throws, you know, a little bit more mud and crud and, you know, on the rear swing arm of her trike than it does on mine, because my trike, my rack kind of angles back where hers goes straight. Passing on your left. Thank you. Okay, well, once we get up to here, I'm going to go ahead and cut her down, because, or shut her off, because we're going to get to 31st Street and lots of traffic and a bike lane and howdy, a lot of noise. So we're going to let that slide. Okay, so I think what I'll do is stop here. And we'll get back to you once we get over to the foothills. All right? We'll be back. Okay, we're back. We're on the 31st Street bike lane, heading for the Foothills Trail. And this is when I really wish this camera had a telephoto, you know, so I could zap in and give you that view of the some of the red rock formations in the Garden of the Gods. That area up there that you see is kind of a different color. That's the old scar, as it's been called since I was a kid. In the 30s, they had a big, they had a gravel mine up there. You know, because in the 30s, it was a long ways out of town. Well, now it's not. So they're trying to reclaim it. You know, they've done a lot of planting and, you know, planted grasses and bushes, but to my understanding, oh boy, yeah, see, there's that wobble I was talking about. And to my understanding, they're going to turn that into like a, you know, like a mountain bike park. So for you folks that ride trikes and also ride mountain bikes, I don't know when that's going to happen. They've never, you know, there's no date or anything for that kind of thing. Howdy. But yeah, so now we're on the Foothills Trail. Passing on your left. Thank you. Howdy. And yeah, there's the red rock spires and stuff, the entryway. And like I said, this is the Foothills Trail. This trail actually just goes by the Garden of the Gods. It doesn't go through the Garden of the Gods. Good morning. And you have to pick up Gateway Road, and that'll take you into the garden. The nice thing about it is you do have it made because morning. And there is a bike lane all the way around the center part of the park. Good morning. So yeah, now that metal roof building over there, that's the new, what we call the new visitor center, although it's been around for a few years now. And then we're coming over to the little tunnel that goes under the Gateway Road, the road that actually takes you directly into the Garden of the Gods City Park. If you get a chance, pull over, lock your trike in the really nice bike rack, and walk around what they call the garden area. They have several of the, you know, the bigger red stone spires and stuff in there. But we're not going to do that today. But if you happen to be anywhere near Colorado Springs on the 28th of August this month, they do have what they call the early bird hike and bike. And basically, from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. there's no car traffic. Joe was singing the tunnel song, but there's no car traffic. So, you know, that makes a real good time to ride around the park. Now, they should have here fairly soon, there's the visitor center over there. They should fairly soon have the, what they call the motorless morning. And that's the one we go to because we can't get at our trikes till 6 a.m. because we have our trikes in a storage unit. Morning. And that's when it opens. So they don't have a 24-hour service kind of thing. So we that 5 to 8 is a little hard for us to make. But on the motorless morning, which is usually April and October, and out of the two of them, October is probably the better one. A lot of times we get a little bit of what, you know, like to call Indian summer, you know. In early October, because our anniversary, which will be 44 years for Joe and I, very happily married. Got to be, because she hasn't killed me yet. So but I'm gonna turn her off here before I get to this next hill, because we got some real steep inclines coming and some real fast downhills coming. Howdy. And kind of need both hands on the brakes, you know what I mean? All right, so as usual, we'll get back to you. Okay, we're back. We didn't record coming down the Sinton Trail, because we've done that several times, you know, and that goes right along the Garden of the Gods, but at least the concrete part of it. Now we're on the lower part of the Sinton Trail, little older section. The Sinton Trail is kind of like the Rock Island and Shooks, you know. They've got the, you know, just a little bit of old section. Well, there's probably more old section left to this trail than the other two, but they're all the asphalt things, you know, sections are starting to develop these really mean cracks. Although I will have to admit the Big Apple tires really do help. It's funny, you know, you wouldn't think a tire would make a big difference, but it does help. I mean, you know, you can still feel it, but it's a much less sharp hit than it was with the other tires. Oh, we got a bunch of mud. Yeah, that's the only problem with the trails right now, boy. They got lots of mud on them. Basically what happens, you know, is it rains really hard and they get a low spot in the trail, and that's where all the sediment hooks into. Yeah, don't worry about that detour sign. Oh boy, we got a whole bunch here. Man, yuck. Okay, well, I'm not gonna go through that. Okay, well, we're gonna go out here and go quickly. Good morning, passing on your left. Thank you. Howdy. And this trail here, this is Sinton, and it goes along Douglas Creek here for quite the upper part here. Woo! Well, we never did get, you know, every once in a while get a little tiny bit of sun. We haven't had much sun today. It gets they're real thin high clouds so far. You know, nothing that has looked, you know, really rain heavy or anything. But the temperature is definitely kind of dropped. It says there's trail work ahead. Looks like they've been doing some tree chopping. Oh yeah, a lot of tree chopping. Wow. Man, they've been over here logging. You guys are serious today. Oh boy, and they got to put their truck clear across the freaking trail. Thank you. You're good. Appreciate it. Man, you gentlemen have been busy. Holy cow.
Yeah, we got the locks in the creek.
Man. Yeah. They've been really busy. Wow, they really cleared this out. I haven't seen it this clear in a long time. I wonder if they're going to widen and deepen the creek like they did on the other side over here. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, this area has never been this open. It's really strange to look at. Okay, got some really bad bumps here. Oh, yuck. Okay. Hold on, we gotta go really fast. Try to get through this thing. Oh, yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. Oh, I know. It shouldn't be a big deal, but I'm a wimp. I hate having to clean the trike. I really do. That's okay. We don't mind not going down that way anyway. Never did like that little bit of extra trail they put down there, because it's pretty big chunky rocks, you know. So it's hard to. Here's where we got to find out if they're going to let us by, because what they're doing is they're working. They're adding lane. I guess they're adding acceleration and Oh man, look at this muck. Yuck. Man. Okay. I'm going up that way and find a driveway. Back up, back up, back up. I need more angle. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to cross that. Yuck. criminy. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I'm making one, whether you want me to or not. As you can see, it's major construction. We have to make sure that there's no traffic. Coming across. Don't think he's coming across. There's nothing. Dropped a whole lot of water. Yeah, it's pretty messy, but sometimes, you know, due to safety concerns, they have to close this off. So you just have to kind of, you know, when you come up this way, just kind of have to hope you catch it just right. And then you take a right turn here. Passing on your right. Thank you. One more behind me. This is kind of the lower part of the Sinton Trail. And we'll pick up Douglas Creek again. Lots of rocks everywhere. Big rocks too, boy. Now some of those are pine cones, but some of them are rocks. Okay. Whew. Passing on your right. Thank you. Oh, they got a big... Oh, man. More mess. Crud. See if we can get across here. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Well, as you can see, these guys have been redoing this and making it really wide and kind of ugly. So, and I'm not exactly sure why, but boy, did they make a mess of the trail. Holy crud. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some cleaning. Okay. That looks like we're out of the muck, finally. Yeah, right now, I'll tell you, literally there is construction everywhere in this town, and everywhere we've gone, we've run into construction, you know. That's the muddiest mess, though. We've got some really nice folks coming from out of state towards the end of the month to do that bike and hike and at the Garden of the Gods, early bird bike and hike, and sure hope they have this cleaned up before then. Yeah, it's really funny because Douglas Creek here doesn't usually have a lot of water in it, but it does seem that when it you know, when it rains hard, it really flows, boy. Okay, well, we're coming to the end of the Sinton Trail. We'll be going on to the Pikes Peak Greenway here. So I gotta stop and have a quick conference with Jo and see where she wants to go from here. Where do you want to go from here, Joe? It's only 11:30.
Now you want to go up and do Vincent and then come back down?
Yeah, we could do that. I don't know, what do you think? I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, it seems to be high clouds more than anything else. It's been gray all morning so far.
At least for now. Howdy.
Morning.
Morning.
Hi.
I'm gonna let this other bike go by on the other side. Okay, so now we're gonna come off the Sinton Trail and get out of this gentleman's way. Howdy. And now we're on the Pikes Peak Greenway, which you guys know well if you've watched our videos. Because it's pretty much in every video that we do. Because it is the Greenway is the main north-south trail. And it's not a rail trail, it's an urban trail. But this would be the longest trail we've got, although really only the part in Colorado Springs itself is either paved or concrete. South of Colorado Springs heading to Fountain, it's all dirt, and right now it would be all mud. It would be all mud. And then once you get past Woodman Avenue, heading north on this trail, it turns into it turns into the New Santa Fe Trail, and that's all dirt, all the way up to Palmer Lake, the little towns of Monument and Palmer Lake. Too bad the trees are so thick, because there's a real nice, man-made waterfall kind of thing down there I'd love to get a shot at, but the trees are just too thick right there. I was really surprised to see how that they decided to do all that tree clearing there in on Sinton. Boy, I mean, they really chunked out a lot of forest. So you kind of wonder if they're gonna try to make that creek deeper and wider like they did on the bottom part there where it was so muddy. Just sad they have to get that all over the trail, Be nice if they had, a sweeper that could just at least sweep up the big chunks. But at least it wasn't real thick. So that helps a little, but now our tires are all dirty. We'll have to scrub them with the scrub brush to get it. Now we got some bobble bumps coming up here. That's what we call these really mean bumps. Where the tree roots have, we call them the bobble bumps.
Hey, hold on.
And yeah, but yeah, I figure I'll go ahead and finish this up, a little ways down the road here, and because like so far we've been getting high clouds. We haven't had anything that and like if you look over there right now, it's all it's all really blue. Funny thing about it is it gets blue over the top of the mountains, but then it gets all cloudy over here. So we haven't been able to have any sunshine today, or very, very little, which isn't all bad because that means it doesn't get quite as hot. Although it hasn't been a hot day at all today. Howdy. And I mean, it really has not been a hot day. Here's one of the actual Greenway signs. Pikes Peak Greenway, mile 34.5, kilometer 55.5. Part of the Front Range Trail, which will probably never happen. The Front Range Trail is supposed to go from Cheyenne, Wyoming to Raton, New Mexico, through Colorado. There's pieces of it, and this is one of the pieces, but I doubt. I mean, you know, they thought the Front Range Trail up about 30 to 40 years ago, and it's nowhere near even. It's nowhere near even halfway complete. So I just doubt seriously it'll ever get made. You know, ever finished. You know, I mean, 50 years is a long time. They should have been. They could have had it done if they were really serious about it, but they're not. So that'll never happen. So all you can get is pieces of the Front Range Trail, and our Greenway, the Pikes Peak Greenway, and then the part from Palmer Lake on the towns of Palmer Lake Monument on down, and the new Santa Fe, and then the Fountain Regional, heading south into Fountain, the city of Fountain itself, the small city of Fountain itself, and then eventually that'll head to Pueblo, which is about 40 miles south of Colorado Springs, about probably 25 miles south of Fountain, and and then it'll go down the. It was supposed to go down from there. But it's the same old thing. Nobody has any money, so it'll never get built, which is a real shame. It would be great, it would be awesome to have a trail system like the state of Ohio. I mean, I'll give it to Ohio. They or Florida, either one. They have these, hundreds of miles long trail systems that all hook into each other and even go into other states. I mean, that would be so cool. I mean, Ohio's weather would be really creepy in the wintertime, but otherwise, man, what a system. I would love to be able to, like live there for like 2 or 3 months and just be able to ride all their trails. Howdy.
Morning.
Howdy. And yeah, got a little bit of downhill here. We got lots of fast people today, boy. They're just flying. We're only flying because we're going downhill. Fairly heavy traffic on the trail for a Tuesday. It's really hard to believe that we're almost halfway through August already. I mean, summer's gone. A couple more weeks of summer. I mean, it's usually fairly decent here, through September, but it can also snow. It's not out of the question to see snow in September. And then usually, if we do get a snow in September, it works out kind of good in a way, because usually that means we end up getting an Indian summer through a lot of October, but except for the week before Halloween. It's always cold here at Halloween. Hello, guys. And yeah, this seems to be a summering place for Canadian geese. We have a lot of Canadian geese here. It's amazing. And it seems to be more every year. Howdy. Got another city crew down here. Looks like cutting trees. Well, I mean, they're really into cutting trees today. Of course, you know, I guess they got to do that, you know, so it doesn't get too much. Doesn't get too thick, so it, you know, forest fires and wildfires and stuff. Okay, you got to go underneath Garden of the Gods Road here. Coming down, recumbent trike, stay tight. Clear. Kind of like to let people know that we're a little on the wide side, so try to get out of this mud spot here. Okay. Passing on your left. Thank you. Okay. Got a bridge to cross here. Now you guys know this trail, and there's lots of bridges. These are old bridges too, so they're kind of beat up. Although, like I said, I'm pretty impressed with these tires. I just wish they had a better flat protection level, but other than that, they definitely make a better ride. Yeah, I think once we get up to, you know, a certain spot, I'm just going to go ahead and call it a day for the video, because you guys have seen the Greenway a million times. Oh, grunt, grunt, grunt. Yeah, you know, we usually kind of keep ours on level 1 assist most of the time, unless we're in like a parking lot. But I will tell you, my level 1, my level 1 is hardly anything. I have to really go up to level 2 before I start really feeling any help, you know, real help. Level 1 is a rare deal when it actually when the system actually kicks in if you're on level 1. So it's pretty much you got to work. Big shopping center up there. That's where Panera Bread is. But we're not going to go up that way, at least not right at the moment. I got a little sunshine, filtered sunshine coming through. Across the bridge over here. Howdy. Yeah, you see more rocks and mud. Thought I'd give you a little moment of serenity. Passing on your left. Thank you. Have a good day.
Good to be out.
nice little picnic spot here. Howdy. And now we're gonna go underneath I-25. So as you can kind of tell, I-25 kind of crisscrosses all over the place throughout Colorado Springs, here and there and everywhere. There's usually a wet spot up here. Passing on your left. Thank you. Howdy. Yeah, so we'll probably take a little rest break up here at the Criterion Bike Shop, because it's Tuesday, so they'll be open. And I think that's where we'll end the video. Good place as any. I was actually gonna end it back over there at that little picnic pull-off, but we had a whole group of bicycles decide to use that instead, so oh man, should have either geared down or leveled up. There we go. Up a little bit. Yeah, we just got new tires and a new chain on both. We got new chain on both bikes, and I got 2 new front tires. Joe got the last 2 new front tires. I got a rear, and then come October, our October pay period, we're gonna get her a new rear tire. So everything will have fairly new tread for the rest of the winter and next summer. Hello? These tires are, they last pretty long. Usually able to get, as long as your alignment is good on the front end, usually you can get, you know, 3,000 or 4,000 miles out of them if you're careful. We don't usually let them go that long. Howdy. Howdy. Okay, so this is the Criterion Bike Shop here. So like I said, we're gonna stop over here and take a break. Uh-oh. Hey Joe, just coast back down real easy. Keep your, that's it, go ahead and go back down. You're good, take it easy. Nobody's behind you. You got it. Now, okay, I don't know why you went that way, but okay, shift your level up. What she's doing. Get out of here, you stupid bee. Damn, boy. Damn, what the hell? Alright. What are you doing? Why? It's Tuesday. Okay, go all the way back to the bridge. Okay, now straighten out. All the way back to the bridge. You're good, just keep going. I don't know why she just quit. You're good. Keep going. You got it. Now pedal. Pedal hard. Come on. She doesn't usually have that much problem. I'm not sure what's going on. But hey, we're going to go ahead and end the video here. And just want to say thanks for coming along. And remember, it's enough to be on your way. It's enough just to cover ground. It's enough to be moving on. Till next time, BJ and Joe Ondo from Out and About on the Recumbents. Happy trails. Bye, folks. It's enough to be on your way. It's enough just to cover ground. It's enough to be moving on. From BJ and Joe Ondo, happy trails.